Alright, what's up people, Toasty here, Get Burnt. Today I'm going to be talking more about Dragon Ball Xenoverse, and today I wanted to talk about destruction. So, a lot of people have been asking about destruction in Dragon Ball Xenoverse. A lot of people are asking if everything is destructible, and if so, will everything stay destructible or stay destroyed throughout the entirety of the game that you're playing? And a lot of people have been asking this, and it's kind of been unclear as to if we will or will not be able to, but apparently in the live stream, I have not seen this myself. I rewatched the live stream, I couldn't find it, maybe I just don't remember it, but they said that apparently, a lot of people say that they said that everything in the game will stay the same as it was in the beta, where everything will regenerate a short time after it is destroyed. AKA, if you're knocked into the ground, then it will regenerate the ground after about a few seconds. And this is something that a lot of people were disappointed with, mainly because they had put this game off, or at least in the interview from a long time ago, they actually said that they were asked, will the actual maps be huge and destructible? And they said yes, but they didn't know how much they would be able to do with destruction in the maps. And it makes sense because honestly, we still are, even though a lot of people don't get it, we still are in the beginning of the new generation of consoles, and we really don't know how to use that hardware yet. And even though for PC and stuff, I don't know if that would actually be able to completely do that correctly for destruction, to keep destruction throughout the entire game or not. But honestly, I just want to see how it plays out. Now, honestly, for me, during the beta, I will admit it was kind of annoying to see when I got hit into the ground that it would instantly regenerate. The only thing that I could think of to actually stop that from happening, as well as actually not using so much more horsepower, is probably knocking someone into the ground and then having a little bit of a longer duration before the actual crater goes away. Because knocking someone into the ground and when they stand up, the crater already being filled is a little bit, I don't know, it kind of breaks my immersion, even though it's kind of weird to say that in the Dragon Ball Z game. But I really want to know what you guys think about this. Do you guys think that destruction is needed in a DBZ game? Because remember, for every single DBZ game that we've had before, all the destruction has either been timed or it's been actually like, it's been pre-done. It's been made to happen. Like all of RB2, all of the destruction was mainly rocks and some parts of the ground where you can go through the ground, but that was really it. There was no actual real-time destruction like there is in Xenoverse. Xenoverse is technically the first DBZ game to do that, and Ultimate Tenkaichi, a lot of people were expecting Xenoverse to have something along the lines of that, although I doubt that they even have the money to do those sort of things with Xenoverse for that sort of thing, mainly because Ultimate Tenkaichi, as we all know, was a game that was more of a quick time event game. It had cutscenes every time you did any sort of motion, and then like if you did a Kamehameha, of course, it would just be able to show a huge crater because that would just be a cutscene. It wasn't actual gameplay. You weren't able to you were able to look at it, and that's probably because the game itself didn't have a lot of stuff in it. But yeah, a lot of people were asking for that sort of destruction. I honestly don't think, I never thought we were going to get that much destruction in Xenoverse, mainly just because of time and for money constraints, as well as, you know, not actually being that sort of game that has such a huge crater for such attacks. Because let's be honest, if all the attacks, like all the Kamehamehas and everything, were as big as they were in Ultimate Tenkaichi, because it seemed like they were a little bit bigger in Ultimate Tenkaichi than they were in Raging Blast 2, mainly because you actually could deflect it with just one button instead of having to actually move out of the way of it. It seemed like all of them were extremely huge, and like a Kamehameha would put a huge crater into the earth. So I don't know. I think that destruction itself is not a huge thing. I don't think that if real-time destruction is the same as it was in the beta, I will be too annoyed, because a lot of people, when they are talking about the game before it actually comes out, they are like, oh man, if this isn't in the game, I'm gonna hate it. But honestly, it's when you get the game, and when most of us are gonna get the game, no matter how much someone hates on it, they're most likely gonna buy Xenoverse. It's still, it won't feel like that big of a deal when you're actually playing the game. They're not going to be like, oh man, you know, I love Xenoverse, man, the character creation is amazing, the story mode is great, and it's fulfilling, and it's nice, the combat system, I like it, but the destruction, man, every time you get knocked into the ground, it just regenerates. That's not going to really happen with people. People are going to look at the positives more than the negatives, or at least that's what I would assume they will, but who knows. We're Dragon Ball Z fans, and a lot of us really aren't grateful for the games that we are getting, mainly because the last few games that we got weren't that much to be grateful for. But yeah, so that's all I really gotta say for today. Honestly, for my personal opinion, I honestly don't think that destruction would make a huge turning point for me in Xenoverse. I don't think that if there's no destruction in the game, or at least there is destruction actually still. But if there's no huge destruction in the game to where the destruction stays as if like a huge like crater happens and it stays there, if that doesn't happen, I'm not honestly gonna be so mad about it. I'm just gonna be like, okay, you know, the game, I still like the fighting system because I liked it in the beta, so I think that I'm still gonna like the game. So that's all I really gotta say for today, guys. That's all. That's it. I'm sorry for having this video go on longer than it should have, but yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like down below. Also, subscribe to become a Super Saiyan if you have not already. And for all of you that are watching right now who do not have YouTube accounts, make sure you make one and then comment on this video telling me that you made a YouTube account because of this video. And honestly, just do it. Just do it because, first of all, you can like, you could also comment with a YouTube account. And honestly, even if you are someone who's watching without a YouTube account, it's amazing to engage in the conversation of these videos because that's mainly the point. Speculation videos are really the main point of it, is interacting with people like subscribers and all that stuff. So if you guys are there and you're not actually indulging in the conversation, trust me, you're missing out on a lot because it's really fun to indulge in conversation and speculation. And trust me, I will be replying to your comments. And that's all I gotta say for today. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will see you guys later. Peace out.